This is a quick game demo for the game Yukon King. Yukon King is a mining game in which players compete against other players to be the most successful miner and earn the most money. What you can see in the middle is a grid of these are mining claims, and they're worth different dollar amounts and different values should those claims be mined out. Some are good, some are bad. You can see the Roman numerals on the back side of the cards represent levels of mining or depths of mining. 1 is the shallowest and 4 is the deepest. And level 1 mine, you're more likely to make money, but you're not going to make as much money. A level 4 mine, you have a chance to make more money, hit it big, so to speak, strike it rich, but you're less likely to succeed in that. So that's how the math works. You'll also see some little icons on some of the cards. There's a contract, there's a bulldozer up there. Those I'll explain in just a minute. So the movement is simple in this game. Every player gets 1 action per turn, and those are indicated by these production cards. Every player has 2 face down in their hands, and then there's 4 common cards on the deck. This is set up for a 3-player game. So each player is going to be kind of in a race to get the best mine claims from the grid into their own personal sluice box. 4 cards, it equals 1 clean out, and 4 clean outs ends the game. And so these clean outs, at the beginning of every round, you pick a clean out card, which is basically a bonus. So in that particular clean out, if this player has 1 gold icon, they get 10,000 more. If they have 2 gold icons, they get 40,000 more. So these are round specific bonuses that each player will choose at the beginning of each round. So players will take turns completing one of the following actions. If they sluice, that's simply moving a card from the mining grid into their sluice box. If they survey, then they get to look at 3 face down mine claims, but then they have to turn one of them over for the board to see. If they dump, they get a card, take a card from either the mining grid or from their own sluice box if it's a negative card, and they put it in their tailings pile, which is represented right here off to the side. Or they can visit the tailings pile, represented here, which is a collection of discarded or unseen cards from previous rounds. And you can go through there, you get to go through it, look at 4, and you have to put 1 in your sluice box. So play just continues in turn order. You pick 1 card from your production, from your hand, say you want to play it, and then you can swap it with any other card there. So this player is going to play sluice, pick up dump, and that's it. That's as simple as the mechanic goes. But because of the way that you're playing against other opponents, and you're trying to remember what you've seen, and maybe save that for later and sluice it on your next turn, or maybe you want to dump something to stop an opponent from getting it, there actually are a lot of different options and different decisions to be made from these simple 4 actions. So at the end of the game, each player's game board will look like this. There'll be 4 cleanouts, and so what you'll do is you'll total up the value of all the cards plus any additional cleanout bonuses that are completed, and you'll add those all up, and the player with the most points wins. Forgot to mention there's these little gold bars at each player's station, and so those are little gold nuggets that are used to bid for the first move on each turn. And the bidding rules are simple. You bid to win. Tie. If there's a tie, those players are eliminated, and the next highest bidder gets to go first. The advantage of going first is obviously you get to be the first person to see the revealed tiles, which are indicated by this card right here at the very beginning of each round. That tells us which cards are turned over and revealed after the random grid is put out there. So that's a basic, quick overview of how to play new game Yukon King.